Welcome back, everyone, to another tier list episode. We had just finished up our three-part series: Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and like more adult cartoons like King of the Hill, Family Guy, etc. I was trying to figure out what would be a good follow-up tier list. Some gaming. And what better way to start that off than the Nintendo 64 games ranking? For me personally, I was born in 94. I think the 64 came out in 96. Don't quote me on that. I can't really remember. But it was the first system that I got as a child that I really remember. Like I know I grew up, my father was a gamer. He we had all the systems. He gamed on the PC and I used to watch him for hours, like way before Twitch. I just would watch my dad play random ass games on the TV or the computer, and I loved it. And that's why I make content to this day. And but where I was going with that is the Nintendo 64 was the first system that really was mine. Like my parents got it for me. I didn't get it when I was like 2, but I can't remember, when I was like 5 or 6 maybe. Going into kindergarten, first grade, that's when I remember really having the Nintendo 64. And I played the ever loving shit out of that thing. I still have it to this day. I still have some of my favorite games for it. Yearly, I break out Star Fox and play Star Fox 64. It's one of my favorite games of all time. If I had the setup to stream Nintendo 64, I would love to do that. Maybe at some point, maybe down the line when I have a little bit spare income to throw at something like that, I would love to get it set up. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the classics that are on there. I don't think this is every Nintendo 64 game because that list would be ginormous, but it's some of the heavy hitters. The hard part for me is going to be what do I not put at S? Like it's going to be difficult to not not put everything up at S. Now, one thing we do need to do, so that's D, that's F. I forgot to adjust some of this, and then we need to do add a row below. Never put. Sorry for the keys. No, it's probably loud. All right, so we're starting off with a banger, Mario Party 2. Now, I've played almost all the Mario Parties all the way up until the Switch one. I don't think I've missed any of them. However, I do have an unpopular opinion. I don't enjoy Mario Party 1, but Mario Party 2 and 3 are pretty solid. I think that we're going to put Mario Party 2 at an A and may get adjusted later. I do think that there are some better. For me personally, there are way better Mario Party games out there. Like I think they really start hitting their stride, like 5 through 7, like on the GameCube. Some people don't like it, but I think those are like the real ones, like the ones that people really remember playing. Because maybe Mario Party 3 to 6. I just feel like Mario Party 1, if you go back and play it, it's not that great. The mini games are not that fun. All right, Pokemon Stadium. I need to check before I rank this if Pokemon Stadium 2 is on here. Yes. Okay. So, Pokemon Stadium was such a fantastic game, and I played it so much, and I specifically played the damn mini games over and over and over again. Like the Lickitung one, I get them mixed up between the first or the second one, but the mini games are classic. But the battling is actually really fun too. Like it was way more intense than the handheld games at that time. But if you were cheeky, you had the little the little thing you plugged into your controller, and you could put like the Mario or the Pokemon Red and Green and Gold and whatnot in there. I'm putting Pokemon Stadium at S tier, and we'll see where that stays. Okay, BanjoKazooie, and I do see BanjoTooie there. The first BanjoKazooie on the 64 is a goddamn masterpiece. It is so good from start to finish. The way the game controls is pretty good. I mean, The nostalgia is running through my veins already, and we're only fucking 3 games in. I loved Banjo Kazooie. The artwork's great. The characters are great. The moves, the weird wit. Oh, it's all so good. Okay. If I could sit here and talk about every one of these games for hours, but I'm not going to. Okay, Cruising the USA. Fast S tier. Listen, this game gets shit on, and I don't know why. As far as like an arcade racing game, there's nothing better in my eyes. Like, it is so much fun. It is so fun to travel around the world or travel around the states and play at all the different locations. The cars you can pick are pretty cool. Like, I think there's 4 options, and every time you beat the game on different difficulties, you get to unlock a different color for the car. I played a lot of Cruising the USA, man. I had this game, and I try to go back and play it now, and I realized that I was such a better gamer when I was a kid because I like struggle with it now. All right, Doom 64. I think this is gonna be our first meh. I thought Doom 64 is okay. It's, I don't know. It's hard to compare it to like the old Dooms because the old Dooms were like a one of a kind. Like, they were a masterpiece for where they were at when they came out. The original Dooms were so amazing. And Doom 64 was pretty rad, but I didn't enjoy Doom 64 like I enjoy the new Dooms or the old Dooms. So for me, probably C. Yeah, we'll go B. Mario Golf, hard A tier. And I would put it in S tier, but I'm not going to put every Mario sports game in S tier, even though my brain tells me I should. I love the Mario sports games. I think they are some of the best sports games ever made. Even the new ones that come out, the new Mario Tennis was great, the new Mario Golf was great. I can't get enough of them. And you know what's funny? Like, before we get too deep in this, I probably sound like a Nintendo fanboy. You're not wrong, but I definitely am not on that bandwagon as hard as other people are. Like, I'm just more, if we're talking N64, yes, big fanboy. The rest of them, I mean, OG Nintendo's good, Super Nintendo's really good, N64 is good, the Wii was fun. The Wii did have some bangers. The Wii U was not fun, and the Switch is pretty good. I mean, I own all the Nintendo consoles. I even bought a Wii U, so I guess I'm a fanboy. I guess I shouldn't say I'm not. I don't know where I was going with that. All right, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Gonna get some heat for this one. I get it. It was rated M, and it was bloody, and it was like edgy as shit. Really not a good game though. Like, I didn't enjoy it as a kid. Arguably shouldn't have been playing it as a kid, but whatevs. And going back and replaying it, it's not that good. It's not that fun. I haven't replayed it maybe in like 10 years. I played it when I was like a teenager again. I just didn't enjoy it. Maybe I would like it more now, but I highly doubt that. Hey You Pikachu. They tried. The concept is really cool. There's a concept there that could have worked out, but just not. It just didn't. Yeah, it just wasn't there. I actually don't know what this one is. I didn't play that Pokemon game. Rampage II, high A tier. A lot of people might not know what Rampage is or what Rampage 2 is. Basically, you pick a giant monster and you get spawned into a city and you go and you just eat people and destroy the cities. And you have to survive long enough, or you have to kill all the cities or all the buildings and the city goers without dying, and like military stuff comes in and shoots you. But it's like a 2D side scroller. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't played it. Mega Man 64 on the short list of games that I did not play. Sadly, I love all the old Mega Mans, but I didn't get Mega Man 64. At the age that I was really getting games for this, when you could get games for it at decent prices or retail prices, I was at the whim of my parents, obviously. I did little side jobs and shit, but games were still $40-$50. Donkey Kong 64, We already know that is a goddamn S tier, and I don't give a shit what your opinion is if you do not think it's an S tier. Sorry. I mean, it's great. Perfect Dark. We're gonna wait to rate that after we rate Goldeneye because that's tough. BanjoKazooie is still fantastic, but I don't think it's better than BanjoKazooie. I would still put it in an A tier. It was a great follow up. Diddy Kong Racing is an absolute S tier, and arguments could be made that it's better than Mario Kart 64. I am not going to put it above Mario Kart 64. Spoiler alert for this video. I already know I'm not going to, but it is super close in my eyes. Diddy Kong Racing. The thing about Diddy Kong Racing is there's so much more to do in that game versus Mario Kart 64. And that's the one thing that I really think Diddy Kong Racing has above it. Like the mechanics and like the driving itself is really good as well, and the visuals are pretty great. But Mario Kart 64, it's an icon, man. It really is. Duke Nukem. I'm not a huge Duke Nukem fan. I get it. It's funny. It's silly, and it's edgy. But kind of like Conker's Bad Fur Day, like I didn't really give a shit about Duke Nukem. Kirby. I really enjoy Kirby games. The N64 one wasn't my favorite, but I still think Kirby's a blast. Mario Party 3, we're going to put it above Mario Party 3 or Mario Party 2. I think I'm actually, yeah, I like how this is looking so far. I think that's a great place for it. We'll change it later. All right. Okay, listen. I'm going to hit you guys with a shocker. Okay, Glover, super fun, super weird. The only reason I know about Glover is my family was a big Hollywood Video family, meaning every week, pretty much every single week, we would all get together, like me, my mom, and dad. I'm an only child. Video coming soon for that, funny enough. We would go to Hollywood Video pretty much every week, and we would rent movies. And my dad, on occasion, would let me rent out video games. And right near the start of when we were going to Hollywood Video, they had a whole entire Nintendo 64 section. And I wish that I had pictures because I would love to show you guys how awesome it was. And I played a lot of these games on here because of that, because of Hollywood Video. And it was like, I can't remember. You could rent the game out for the week for like $5 or something like that. They were really making a lot of money on people back then. Because, you know, if you buy the game for $40, they're going to make their money back quick. I played Glover through Hollywood Video, and I loved it. It's really weird. You're a glove, and you pretty much can maneuver objects with your glove. And you had a ball, and you can kill people with your ball, and you could bounce on your ball. It's not kill like super violent, but like cartoon, like you could bounce on them and it would kill them. I don't think I ever beat Glover, so maybe something one day I'd like to go back and do, but I have a lot of fond memories of it. Okay, we already know Goldeneye is an S tier. I mean, I don't even know how to begin this conversation, right? It was revolutionary in gaming, in first-person shooters. It's wonderful. It's still a lot of fun to this day. I still play it on occasion. I like watching people who speedrun it because it just it ruins my perception of gaming and the ability people have. I love Goldeneye. I think that the story is actually pretty damn solid, especially for an N64 game and a shooter game at that time period. And I think that if you haven't played it, it's still worth trying to find an N64, or if you have other means, and going through the game. It's pretty great. Now, follow that up with Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is also amazing. It was like the biggest competitor with Goldeneye at the time. I did not put in as many hours on Perfect Dark, so I feel bad rating it. but I do still think it's in that higher tier. I just maybe if I played it as much as Goldeneye, I could put it on there, but for for the lack of arguments, I'm going to put Perfect Dark there. Harvest Moon, I did not play on the N64, but I have played Harvest Moons elsewhere. Okay, wait, okay, so I messed up. So this is Mario Party 3. Mario Party 3 is going to be there. The original Mario Party is still going to be a B tier. Even though I shit talked it, it's still Mario Party. That's the thing that people have to realize about some of these N64 games is like they might not be great compared to like other versions of it. Like Mario Party might not be as good as Mario Party 2 or 3, but in the grand scheme of gaming, it's still a good game. That's the toughest part about it. So I'm putting B tier. It's nostalgia. I think people have a lot of nostalgia for it and they go back and they're like, okay, it's not that great. Mario Tennis, same place I'm putting Mario Golf. It is so enjoyable. I don't know why I like those sports games so much. It's just something that you can play kind of over and over and just have fun doing it, and you can make it harder and harder. And now with some of the newer games, you can play with your friends and shit. I see Bomberman's on here. I had one Bomberman. I think it was the 64 one. I did not play Bomberman Hero. So we're going to skip that. We'll come back to it in a minute. Mickey Mouse USA, I did not play. Mischief, okay, I had this game, but I did not play hardly any of it. So I am not going to be able to help you guys out there. Bomberman's cool, but I feel like Bomberman is so outclassed by everything else N64 has to offer. So it just kind of gets lost in the dust. I would probably say it's better than Doom 64, but I don't think I can put it on the same level as that. Maybe this is more realistic. Yeah, I like that a lot better. That makes more sense. No, I didn't play any Sesame Street shit. Okay, Mario Kart 64. And this isn't in order yet. It's S tier. We're gonna have to go through that, man. I don't even know. I've already talked about Mario Kart. We all know Mario Kart. It's a game that I think anyone knows, even if they don't play video games. I go get my mom and she's like, "Oh yeah, Mario Kart." She's touched like 4 video games in her whole life. All right, Paper Mario. Paper Mario. Ooh, gosh, man, Paper Mario is really good. Shit. Oh man, I don't know where to put Paper Mario. Now I have to rethink a lot of stuff. I don't want to put Paper Mario in S tier, even though I think it could deserve it. But it's probably better than the sports games. I feel like I need to move Rampage down here and Perfect Dark down here. Okay, I'm liking that better. Okay, hot take. Pokemon Snap is boring, and the new Pokemon Snap is even more boring. There's too many good games on this platform and too many good games on the newer platforms for me to waste my time taking pictures of Pokemon. I get it, it's cute. I get it. It's still challenging game because you have to do certain things to unlock certain Pokemon so you can fill out your whole Pokédex. Guess who doesn't give a shit and has 2 thumbs? This guy. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it. I'm going to put it at a D tier because I don't want to put it in an F tier because Hey You Pikachu needs to stay there by itself. Pokemon Stadium 2, it's going to be at an A tier. We're going to say a high A tier. Still fantastic, but we're going to keep the original one in the S tier. Star Fox 64 is a absolute masterpiece, and I'm willing to put Star Fox 64 in the #1 place right now because it's going to stay there. I don't know if it was just me personally, but I think that is one of the best games ever made, and there's multiple ways to beat that game, and it gets difficult, and you can unlock harder difficulties. It's a whole thing. Okay, this is where gamers get mad at me. I did not play this Zelda. I know. I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. I come to you with an open heart to apologize. You may not take my gaming privileges away. I will beat it eventually. Okay, Jet Racer is low-key S tier. I'm not joking. Wave Racer, I am not joking. It is one of the most fun and difficult racing games of all time. And people love it. I love it. It's just, it's one of those, it's like the meme. You really had to be there. Like, you go back and try and play it now, and you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? But in the moment, that game was great. I'm not familiar with this one. Zero X for me was another really big letdown. Just didn't hit me personally. Mario 64, S tier. We all know. I'm 120 star Andy with, and I have seen Yoshi on top, like the castle. Like, I've done all of it. Well, I love watching people who can speedrun that game too, because it's crazy. Super Smash. Gamers, we need to have a chat. OG Super Smash is not that fun. But for the time it was. It was a fantastic game when it came out, but severely got outmatched when the GameCube released Melee. And the newest one is even better than that. Super Smash is still a great game and still commands a lot of respect. I'm going to put it at B tier. You guys can argue with me. It can be an A tier and an S tier game. I understand that. For me personally, it's not getting up there. Majora's Mask, high A tier. I know, guys. The Zelda fans, the Jimmies are rustled. I know that Zelda's not in the S tiers on my list, and they are everywhere else. I get it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Majora's Mask is fantastic. It's definitely not the best Zelda game that's ever been made, but it's still up there. I mean, any Zelda game is going to be better than most games, but as far as N64 content, I'm not going to put it at an S tier. Yoshi's Story, however, is one of my favorite N64 games. I feel like a giant gamer idiot saying Majora's Mask doesn't deserve S tier and then putting Yoshi's Story in S tier. I get it, Yoshi's Story is more of a kid's game, but it is super fantastic. I still use the ringtone of the Yoshi's whistling on a lot of my things. So that's how it's gonna have to be. So let's try and fix this top here and see. We might shift some stuff out. Like Wave Runner is definitely not gonna stay up there. That was a joke. It's great, but I can't realistically say that it's better than any of those games. Actually, probably not better than these games. It's probably better than Glover. Yeah, okay, I like that better. All right. So Star Fox for me is number 1. I think Mario 64 is number 2. Goldeneye is number 3. Ooh. Mario Kart is number 4. BanjoKazooie is number 5. Donkey King is number 6. Diddy King is number 7. Pokemon Story is number 8. Cruising the USA is number 9. Yoshi's Story is number 10. There's my top 10, guys, for N64 games. Probably going to get some scrutiny over this one. Sorry. You can try and tell me why I'm wrong. I completely understand that every game from this point on my A list could definitely be on S tier. I know that this one's going to be an S tier when I look at the community rankings. And I keep saying this one because I can't remember which one this is. Is this Ocarina time? Let's zoom in here. Yeah, that is Ocarina time. So, at least I know. I haven't played that one, and I know I need to. I'm sorry, guys. It'll happen one day in my life when I got some time. Actually, what will probably happen is N64, or excuse me, the Nintendo Switch is supposed to be getting all these N64 games, and when that happens, that's my first one that I'm going to go through. So When that happens, we'll see. I do want to give a shout out to something that's not on here that I played a lot of and probably would be an S tier, and that was Mortal Kombat. I believe it was called Trilogy, where it had every single, well, not, I shouldn't say every single, but like 30 or 40 Mortal Kombat characters, and it was a fantastic fighting game. I think if that was on here, that probably would have been my number 10, and Yoshi's Story would be down here in the A tier if that was on here, but it's not. These other games, I don't think I'd ever spend the time to play. Oh, Mega Man 64, I would, and I might see what this Pokemon game is. I feel like Harvest Moon, I would, if it really runs shitty, I probably wouldn't enjoy. If it's like the other games, I don't think I would enjoy it on the 64. Also, another fun fact before we look at the community rankings, StarCraft was on the N64. Can you believe that? I wish I knew that. I don't have a copy of that. It'd be cool to own one. All right, let's look at these community rankings. Oh, Lord, okay. This is shocking. Get out of here, ad. Okay, well, let's cover it by my face. So their S tier is only Super Mario 64, BanjoKazooie, and Mario Kart 64, which I had all those in there. And then A tier is pretty much, they have Smash higher than I do. Ocarina of Time, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, BanjoTooie was, oh, okay, yeah. Majora's Mask, Paper Mario's higher than where I put it. Stadium, Diddy Kong, Pokemon Snap, you guys are crazy. It ain't that good. Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3. Goldeneye is a little lower than I expected to be. Golf, Zero X is higher than it should be. Tennis beat out some games that I'm surprised it did. Perfect Dark, Wave Runner, Kirby. C-List, I can't believe you did my Cruise in the USA dirty like that. How dare all of you. Pokemon Stadium, that's kind of disrespectful. And then D tier, they Rampage doesn't deserve D tier. And I get why Glover would be in the D tier because it's really niche. It really is. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Let me know what you think. What would you put in your top 10? Or let's make it simpler. What would be your top 5 favorite N64 games? And I would love to hear from you in the comments. We can kind of talk about it, see if we can get on the same page. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to put up a playlist for you guys to check out of all my other tier lists. There'll be, pointing when the camera's reverse is different. Subscribe button will be on the screen, and then I will also post a random video for you guys to watch of mine. Maybe it will be one that you are interested in. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good one. See you on the next one.